Right, I always thought that Gene Simmons was a bit of a madman. I mean, I don't know any more about Gene Simmons than anyone else who isn't particularly a Kiss fan. I always kind of knew he was a little bit cuckoo. Turns out I was right. So you'll probably have seen something about this on the old internet. Basically, Gene Simmons is charging people 12 grand. That's $12,000 to be his roadie for the day. Yep, you can pay Gene Simmons 12,000 of your hard-earned smackaroos for the privilege of being his bitch for the day. The mind boggles. Now, I was aware of this story a few weeks ago, but I paid it no heed. I mean, mostly because I didn't believe that anyone would give an aging millionaire 12 grand to carry his shopping for the day, or get him coffee. I mean, call me a boomer or whatever, but I prefer the old-fashioned method of employment. You know, the one where you do work for somebody and they give you the money. Crazy, I know, but that's how I roll. So, what's the deal, Gene? Everyone's favourite rock businessman had another genius idea last month to invite fans to work for him and charge them for the pleasure. Since lugging Gene's gear around isn't cheap, fans are supposed to pay $12,495 per day. Everyone's favourite rock businessman. Not mine. I mean, I'm not sure who my favourite rock businessman is, but it ain't Gene Simmons, that's for sure. Jump in the comments and let me know your favourite rock businessman. Granted, the gear lugging bit is just one small part of Simmons' creative take on a meet and greet. Fans willing to cash out the roughly equivalent of 1.5 Les Paul Customs will get to hang out with Simmons and his band throughout the day, share a meal with them, get introduced to the audience, and receive a Gene Simmons bass signed by Gene Simmons. The idea, as the legendary Kiss frontman and bassist explained in a recent interview with 95.9 The Rats, Carl Kraft, came out of the selfless desire to offer his fans something Simmons himself never got to experience. I'm sorry, but I'm not buying this. Literally, the whole ethos behind doing something selfless is that you don't benefit from it. I mean, if it's selfless and wanting to give something back, then why charge 12 grand? I mean, it's so much money. This is what the Gene Genie said. Here's the deal. When I was a kid and I went to see Jimi Hendrix or somebody, of course, I really enjoyed the show and I really got off on it. We talked about it forever and stuff, but I didn't know what it was like. What's the beginning of the day like? What's it like to sit and have breakfast or lunch with my favourite rock stars? And then get in the limo and go to the gig and set up the drums and do a sound check and then be on stage with your video, because nowadays everything's on video. You can't take a poop without the camera coming in under the stall. And then you get pulled up on stage to sing along with them. Right, I do hope that Gene isn't comparing himself to Jimi Hendrix. And again, if Gene wants to give back, I mean, does he really need 12 grand? Explaining why he only decided to limit the ultimate Gene Simmons experience to one fan roadie per show, Simmons went on, "Now, having said that, we only do one roadie for a day per show, and I'll tell you why, because nowadays everything is so litigious." That's a big word, like gymnasium. That means everybody sues everybody for no reason, so if you get a paper cut, somebody gets sued. And then there's the way of life here in America, much more in California by the way. It's crazy out here. So I can't, even if I wanted to do roadie for a day with 10, 20, 30, as many people as we would like. So we do one because that's the insurance costs for that are astronomical. And so this ain't cheap. It's not for everybody. And for that one person, you do have to pay premium numbers. That's just life. Moreover, Simmons argued that the eye-watering $12,495 doesn't just pay for the costs one would expect. It's also exposure, financial and legal exposure. Somebody has a bad experience and they sue you and it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. You need insurance for everything. Do you have a car? You've got insurance. Everything in life. Apparently, in fact, you buy anything at all, they give you insurance. Would you like the 1 year or the 3 year? Everything's insured. Alright, so it's insurance just in case Gene is a dick to somebody and they try to sue him. Now, I'm pretty sure that if you're doing this, you could get the person who wants to be your roadie for a day to, sign some kind of waiver, to say that I won't sue you, or if you are a dick, I won't tell you anybody. And I mean, doesn't Gene already have insurance for the people who already work for him? I mean, does he pay 12 grand a day for each person who works for him? Sorry, Gene, but this isn't cool, man. I just don't see it. Look, I'm probably biased, right? I'm not a Gene Simmons fan. And if you wanted me to spend a day with Gene, you'd have to pay me. But even an artist that I really respect or admire, I honestly can't think of one person I would pay 12 grand, just so I could get them coffee and be in their illustrious presence. Not one person comes to mind. And if it was true that he wanted to give something back, I'm pretty sure Gene could afford it. Now, I just checked. $400 million. That's what Gene Simmons is worth. $400 million. He probably makes 12 grand a day just in interest. I think personally this makes Gene look like a bit of a dick. Anyway, jump in the comments and let me know what you think. Would you pay 12 grand to beat Gene's bitch for the day? And if you wouldn't, is there any star that you would pay 12 grand a day to work for them for the day? I can't even believe I'm asking this. Bear in mind, right, you're not getting guitar lessons off them or groupies or, any of the good stuff. You're a gopher, and that's all you get. And you get a meal with the star and a ride in a limo. God, this is stupid. I'm out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do all that YouTube stuff. It really helps the channel out. I've also got merch for sale. Again, proceeds of that go towards the channel. And I've got super chats and memberships. They start like $2 or something, so fill your boots. Helps me out. Don't forget I stream every Wednesday 9 PM UK time, and it's usually just me and some buddies, and we're talking about guitars and stuff, or doing a quiz. We do a quiz once a month. That's pretty cool. But the chat's pretty lit. Come along and check it out. Anyway, thanks again. Take it easy. Peace out.